I'm Carver Crenshaw. A freshman here at Bethel. Growing up, I guess I was never really that popular kid that really got invited to parties or really got to hang out with all the jocks or anything. So, I mean, I wasn't really tempted with things like drugs or alcohol really that much. And growing up, I grew up in church, went almost every Sunday, went every Wednesday, played games, memorized Bible verses. And then I remember one Sunday, I was in 5th grade, I think it was like 2005 maybe, I don't know. Just going, or one Sunday our pastor did the invitation, and I guess I was scared to go to hell. So I raised my hand in the invitation, but I kind of was a coward. He always said, alright, everybody with their heads down, if you just said that prayer, look up. And I was never that kid that looked up. I always kept my head down. Even though I raised my hand, he already knew who I was, but I always kept my head down. And then, I think 2 Sundays later, two of my brothers went up and they gave their lives to Christ. And I guess after raising my hand, wanting to accept Jesus for 3 weeks, I kind of had a little confidence to go down there. And it's pretty funny because all 4 of us, 3 of my brothers, all 4 of us went down and we all got baptized together too after we got saved. But growing up after this, I was like that Christian who just didn't do anything. I went to church, I read my Bible, but it was more like a religion. There was no relationship with Jesus, and there was no moving forward in my walk. And I mean, I got into cussing. I cussed really, had a little sailor's mouth going on. And what my really downfall was, I got hooked on pornography, and I got hooked on it pretty bad. Like, I think 6th grade maybe, and still tempts me today. I mean, it's really a lifelong struggle for me. That's my weakness is lust. But it wasn't until 7th grade until my church had a revival, and I honestly was just filled with the Holy Spirit. I couldn't even care who was speaking. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. But I just remember going down, just giving my life, just rededicating my life to Christ. And then from then on, it was a steady grow, step by step. And soon the steps got bigger, so I was going higher every time. I was junior year of high school. I was given an opportunity to go to Romania to a mission trip to help host a camp for youth or young adults. And then going to Romania, I had expectations set, and this is where I felt God's call, because those expectations were failed. I was put down on my knees and I was humble, and basically my whole view of everything changed. The way I see people, the way I see myself, and the way we live as Christians, as believers. But my whole mindset of reaching others for Christ has changed. And then I was blessed with the opportunity to come to Bethel, given a full ride, which is a sign from God. I mean, Bethel was my lowest of low schools to go. Like, I did not want to come here at all. That was my no, I guess you could say that. And so I came here, kind of got involved with the FCA, and a little with the BCM, but with the FCA is when I met Alec Meddings, and me and him grew closer and we became good friends. I started going to his church that he started going here was Long Heights, and then I met some great people. But Alec, I remember one time at the beginning of the spring semester, he asked me, hey man, we're starting this thing called a Jesus Movement, and we would really love for you to come help out. And so I came there, and this was 2-3 months before we even got started. And I always think about the verse, I can't recall it right now, but it says, where two or more are gathered, I will be with you. So that's what my main focus was. I don't care how many people show up, but all I want is quality over quantity. That's what my focus is. I just remember, like, I kind of had a little slight expectation. I mean, that's what I felt. Slight expectation. But I just remember just the Holy Spirit just poured out on this place. We had an awesome message. But what really was amazing about this was the friendliness, the fellowship. I mean, I'm doing this, my role is a janitor, but apparently to everybody else I hardly clean up, but I go around and talk to people, and every time I talk to people afterwards, they're like, God, I love it. And somebody actually came and talked to me. Somebody actually made me feel I felt welcomed here. And that's what really that I felt in my life about the Jesus movement, because just being able to just not just sit down, cuddle up or anything, but just to stand up and just talk to somebody. I mean, to really make friends. I mean, I don't know how many friends I made doing this. It's unbelievable. I mean, I've gotten involved with so many new college students, so many new adults, and so many new high school students that I really think I never meet. And I've really grown close to a lot of them. And that's what I like about the Jesus movement, because it's just the fellowship. I mean, I love it all, don't get me wrong. But my main thing I love is the fellowship. And then there's the worship. Can't go wrong with worship. It's our way of giving praise to God. Oh my goodness, it's so amazing. Great music, great band. It's just amazing what God is doing and will do in the future with the Jesus movement. It's unbelievable. And I would really encourage everybody to come out and just sit in the presence of the Holy Spirit here.